Okay, so how are you? Welcome. So glad you're here. I am Dr. Dave, as I'm sure you know. But I've got a special live. Hey there, Info Warrior Eric. What's going on? Glad you're here. You are the first one here, Eric. Thanks, thanks, thank you so much. Really appreciate you and everybody, of course, that's here. Really appreciate you. Guys, remember we like hearts. Click the heart thing to get those hearts going. It's always fun and good energy when you do that. It gets me going just a little bit better. Maybe just a little bit better. Um, so I do have a very strange story I want to not only share with you today, but thanks so much. Thank you so much. I appreciate it, Eric. Strange story I want to share, but I also want to get your opinion because I have to say it's one of the I mean, it's not a real big deal, but it's one of the weirdest things that's happened and saddest thing that's happened to me in quite some time. In my life, I try to be as kind and considerate to other people as possible. Many of you don't know me in person really, but you see me here on the screen, and I promise you that my personality, if we were to sit down and have a cup of coffee together, or maybe even some iced tea or something like that, um, I do have iced tea right here. If Then I would be the exact same person. I don't like. I'm not playing some kind of part on these videos that and pretending to be somebody. I'm the exact same person. And again, I try to respect others. I try to be kind. Try to be understanding, and all of that, and some probably so many more adjectives. If they're adjectives, I think they're adjectives. I don't know. My English teacher in high school didn't like me too much, so I so, okay, weird story. By the way, before I share the story though, and a lot of people will most likely be watching this also on the replay, but it's definitely better live because you get to share your opinion and maybe advice and tell me what you think. But before I do that, I just want to give some people a couple seconds to get in. Has anybody here so far, and I know Info Warrior Eric has already checked in and said hello. If you're here, feel free to get into the comments and say hello. Feel free to give hearts. Whatever you want to do is totally appreciated and fine. But I'm wondering if any of you have had any weird things happen to you. Let's just say in the last month. If you're in the United States, let's say maybe since the whole presidential election thing's been going on, anything like really weird out of the ordinary happened to you? I'm just curious. Anything at all? Maybe you're thinking about it, maybe not. Maybe something happened and you don't want to say it, and that's totally fine. I'm gonna share exactly. I am gonna change. Okay, what am I gonna say? Just to protect the person and business involved. I'm gonna be a little bit vague on the type of business. That's the only thing I'm really gonna change. I'm not gonna give anybody's name. But other than that, I'm going to tell you the whole story. Yeah, it definitely has to do with me being associated with a business that I have been dealing with for several years now. Several years. Um, so okay, so nobody. I was thinking I'd buy a little bit of time and let some more people come in because I was going to ask you if you had anything weird that's happened to you, but maybe nobody wants to say anything, or maybe nobody had. Maybe I'm the only one. Maybe I'm the only one that gets this weird craziness going. But you might ask, well, what does it have to do with microdosing? Well, it has a lot, especially the way I handled it, especially the way I think I'm going to handle it and have handled it so far has a lot. Nothing weird lately, but I've experienced a ton of weirdness in years past. Some good, some bad. Sounds like life, right? Sounds like life. And I guess if we go through life and nothing weird happens, then we're probably not we're not experiencing our lives to the fullest, maybe. Because I guess if you just stay home all day long and don't do anything and don't associate with other people, maybe you'll never have anything weird going on. So, okay, that's one way to look at it. But I like to live my life, and I like to associate with other people and associate with businesses. You don't mind that I'm drinking a little bit of iced tea? It's actually left over from a few days ago. I went to a place for lunch and I kept and I refilled the iced tea, that I kept it here, and now I'm finally drinking it. Okay, okay. Let me share. So there's a business here local to Salt Lake City. That's where I am, Salt Lake City, Utah, in the US, of course. Um, there's a business local to here that I've been a customer of, or a member of, or let's just say customer, member, or client of. I'll be a little bit vague there, because again, I don't want to throw anybody under the bus. It's just not fair. It's not me. But I've been dealing with this business, let's say, for several years now, and I'm very, very close with the person that owns the business. Very close. We've had a really, really good relationship. Um, how can I say this? I came in for, and everything's been fine. Everything's been great. I came in for an appointment um, on the Wednesday, the very day after our election here, very day after election. Now, remember, those of you that follow me know me. I'm not political. I've got this channel here called Microdose U. I'm here to help people with mental health issues, um, to live their best lives possible, to feel as good as possible every day. And if you've been with me for a while or even a short time, you know that I don't get political. I don't tell you that I'm voting for a certain candidate. I don't tell you that you should vote for a certain candidate, or you can't follow me, or I won't follow you, or I won't like you. The only thing I've done politically, and it's not really political, it's more social, I guess. The only thing I've done is I've done a bunch of live streams sharing with you my feelings that don't lose any friends or family members, don't lose any relationships over a presidential election. That's the craziest thing ever. I mean, to have friends, or to be close with family members, or anybody like that, or even people that you do business with, and to dislike them because they didn't vote for, like, your candidate. That's as far as I go. I don't say which candidate. I don't talk about that. It's not worth it to me, and it doesn't really mean anything. Of course I voted, but I don't share. It doesn't matter who I voted for. I'm the same person. Hey, Sylvia, so glad you're here. Sylvia, I want you to help me with this little situation. So I'm really glad you're here. Um, so okay, so I've been dealing with this person and this business for several years now. I went in for an appointment the day after the election, and this person, it's a female, it's a woman. Um, she was a totally different person to me. She wouldn't look me in the eye. She was very businesslike, wasn't real nice. But I'm thinking to myself, okay, I'm trying to be Dr. Dave, the nice guy. Her candidate obviously didn't win. It's very clear who her candidate was, very clear. Her candidate didn't win. And I figure she's hurt. Okay, so I'm giving her a little bit of latitude. Like, she's not in a good mood. She's sad. She's scared. Maybe a lot of things are going on in people's minds. I totally get that. Totally get it. But remember, for her as a business owner to not be kind to me because her candidate didn't win, that's that's a little weird. But I was ready to give her the benefit of the doubt, because it was the day after the election, and okay, I get it. She's upset. Hey Becky, how you doing? Hang in there. This will start to get less heated as things and emotions. Yeah, Becky, but just hang in, because I got this story is actually unbelievable. But you're right. It's going to get less heated. You're totally right about that. And Info Warrior politics certainly brings out weirdness. I've never seen anything like this. Yeah, I agree with that too. Totally. And Paulin, government doesn't want you to feel good, normal. It's bad for their business. They need you to be afraid. I'm not so sure. I mean, I'm not so sure I agree with that. I'm hoping that's not true, but you never know. You never know. Okay, so I went in for an appointment, or a meeting, or whatever. Again, I want to be a little bit vague to what type of business this was, because again, I just don't. I want to be. I don't want to throw anybody under the bus. So I went in, saw her. She was not herself, not kind. I gave her some slack. I figure I've got an appointment next week. She'll be better. So I came in next week, and she's the same, if not worse. And I'm starting to wonder, okay, is it the election? Is it something that I did? So I try to start to notice, is she being this way to other people that are there, other clients, other people that are there. She being the same way. And it looks like she's friendly to other people. It looks like she doesn't have a problem with anybody else there. Um, Now, I will say that, how can I say it? I don't want to. No, I don't want to give too much. Again, I want to just be a little careful. So I think it's, I think I'm giving you the right information, and you'll be able to read between the lines and figure it out. So I'm starting to think like something's wrong. I don't really feel comfortable saying, "Hey, like what's wrong?" I didn't feel comfortable with that. I mean, she's a business owner. I'm her customer. I'm her client. She should be treating me not only with respect, but in the same way that she's always treated me and not changing because of the election. Go in for another visit. So this is the third visit, third time, every week. So a week later, going for another visit. She's she's like a different person. And not in a good way. She's being very businesslike, very professional to me. I will say that. However, she's not the same person that she used to be. She's not asking me questions. She's not making conversation with me like she used to. She's just very straight, narrow business, like hardly even looking me in the eye. And if I ask her a question, it's like she gives me like a one or two word answer and then gets on with business. Pauline, yeah, I'll get to that. I'll get to that because, so yeah, so, okay. So she obviously, and many people in this gym. Oh, I shouldn't. Okay, I didn't mean to say. Okay, I can't go back and delete. That was totally unintentional. Okay, I don't care. I'm gonna. It's a gym. It's a gym. Um, how did I do that? I swear to God, I did not mean to do that. I swear to you, I got off track because Pauline asked me that question. You heard nothing. You didn't hear that. And I really doubt she follows my channel. At least now, I doubt it. I doubt it. So, but I'm looking. Okay, so now that I said it's my gym, I'm looking how she reacts, how she interacts with other people in the gym, and it's totally fine. She's laughs, she smiles, she's saying hello. But for me, she's very, very straightforward, business-like. At the end of my appointment, I get out of there. She never says like, you know, are you traveling? She always used to say, "Are you traveling anytime soon? Are you, do you have any plans?" Nothing like that. It was just done. Yes, this is a gym where it seems to me like most people are definitely very liberal, and that's fine. I mean, I choose this gym. I choose her as my trainer. That's totally fine. I never talk politics there. I never post on social media who I voted for, who I believe should win. I never do that. But somebody asked, I think it was Pauline, asked if she thinks I'm a MAGA zealot. Um, I think she does think that. And it doesn't matter what I am or what I am not. That doesn't matter. Again, I don't talk about that. I think my guess is that she saw some posts of mine and maybe read between the lines and assume things that may or may not be true. But when you assume things, you can really get yourself into big, big, big trouble. Um, she knows she knows my channel, knows that I'm a mushroom druggie. She definitely knows my channel. She knows that I do this. She definitely, but she's never had a problem with that. Never, never. Um, so again, I never talk politics, and it doesn't really matter who I voted for, and I'm not even going to share it here. It doesn't matter. So my only assumption is that she was extremely upset that her candidate didn't win. She's extremely upset and assumed because maybe because I'm a straight white male. And yeah, okay. So I will say a lot of members of this gym, including her, are members of the LGBT community. A decent number of members there, and she is as well. And again, I've got no problem. I wouldn't have joined the gym if I thought that was a problem. I mean, I respect her like crazy as a trainer. She's great. So I have zero problem with zero problem. No, I don't have a hatred bone in my body. But I think she assumes, again, straight, white, older male, she assumes that I might be part of the problem because her candidate didn't win. And she held it against me. Now, okay, I'm still willing to give her the benefit of the doubt. 3 appointments. I go once a week, 3 appointments. She's cold as ice to me. She's training me very well, but she's cold as ice. But I'm still the kind of guy that, okay, she's hurting, maybe something's, give her the benefit of the doubt. Um, not the alphabet mafia. I got the letters all confused. LBGT. Oh my God. I am like killing myself here. But obviously, there's a lot of joking around, but obviously I have no problem with the community. No problem whatsoever. I mean, if I did, like I said, if I did, I wouldn't be doing business there. I mean, no problem whatsoever. Um, Hi, Mini Dot. Good to have you. Good to have you. Cool. Sure. Thank you very much. It's my Grateful Dead. It's my Grateful Dead. I think it represents 4th of July. I think I got it for I don't know, some concert around the 4th of July. I don't even know, but that's besides the point. I digress. Okay. So, I'm thinking like, what do I do? I don't want to keep going in there being uncomfortable. I pay her. I pay her money. I don't want to be going in there being uncomfortable. So I'm thinking, I'm trying to figure out what should I do? What should I do here? Steal your face. That's exactly right. So then last week, somehow I was fooling around on Facebook and I noticed that she unfriended me. Now we've always been close. We always share things on Facebook together. She unfriended me on Facebook. This is so weird. So, okay, a combination of unfriending me on Facebook, that's a statement right there. That's a statement. Unfriending me on Facebook and being cold as ice to me when I come in for my training appointments. I said to my wife, I said, I'm done. I can't do this anymore. I'm not going to be bullied. First of all, I didn't do anything wrong. If I went in there, okay, I can even understand. I can even understand totally if I went in there with a MAGA hat for my training. I can understand how that could be hurtful to many people in that community. I would never do that. And I never even reveal who I vote for. So I don't go in with a MAGA hat. I don't go in with a MAGA shirt. I don't go in with a Biden Harris. I'm not political at all. So I could understand if I was disrupting the gym, causing problems, going in with big Trump signs, and I could understand her being, I could totally get that. But I don't do that. And again, I don't talk politics and I never talk about who I vote for. So Pauline said, why? I'm not sure why, what? I missed. So Pauline says, if you pay her to train you and she treats you like that, find a new trainer. Right. So I said to my, yeah, I have my opinions and let others have absolutely. And how long have you guys known me? Have I ever come on and done a video? And have I ever said, if you vote for X person, you better not follow me anymore because I hate you? I mean, I'd be crazy. First of all, it wouldn't be true. I've got friends that are on both sides. And I don't think any less of them, no matter who they vote for, no matter what their feelings are. I don't feel any differently towards anybody. I try to be kind. And something else, we never know somebody's reason for doing something. We never really know. So to judge somebody who you think they voted for and who you think has hatred in their body and who you think feels like this and who you assume this, that is just pure, ridiculous, crazy as far as I'm concerned. I've never seen anything like that from your channel. It's been about trying to exactly Mini Dot. I'm here to help others feel better every day. I don't give we're all friends, right? I usually try to keep my channel super, super clean. I couldn't give a shit who anybody votes for because everybody has their own personal reasons. And if somebody said they voted for the opposite candidate I voted for, I still want them to feel better every day. And I'll share my experience because this has worked for me so well. And I don't have, and again, unless there's like an outside trigger that happens to me, of course, we're all going to feel, oh, thanks for the star, for the heart, by the way. I love this hearts that are coming. Unless there's some kind of trigger that makes me feel anxious temporarily, my anxiety is gone. I feel great every day. And I want you all to feel like that. And that's what I'm preaching and teaching almost every day. I want my friends and followers to feel great. And I don't care what side of the political spectrum you're on. It doesn't matter. We're all human beings. We're all in this together. And of course, we all have different feelings about, politics. We could go, somebody mentioned a little while ago, politics and religion. I mean, people go crazy. We all have different feelings on religion. I don't really care what religion anybody is or if they're no religion. It doesn't matter. I'm here to help other people. And I assumed my trainer was the same way. I assumed she was there because she really cares about helping other people like me, by the way, who has never caused any trouble in the gym in any way. As a matter of fact, I get along with many people that I see there a lot. I know some other trainers there. We love each other. We have great conversations, and some of the other members who I know, we've always had great. I think I've been an asset to the gym, also because when she first started her gym, I gave her great testimonials on Google. I tried to talk her up in the community and get other people to join. I was an ambassador for her. I really was. And I have to admit, when I saw that when she treated me like this, only assuming that I was not on her side politically, and when she unfriended me on Facebook, then I said, enough is enough. So I took my wonderful testimonial down. I mean, I'm a pretty good writer. I've been, a writer for decades. I'm decent at writing and I'm decent at expressing myself. And I gave her and her gym a glowing testimonial. I took it down. I didn't feel good keeping it up there, saying how great she was when I found out there's a dark side to her that's not so good. And people have said to me, Dave, don't worry. It's not your problem. It's her problem. That's true. It's her problem. However, I felt betrayed. I was hurt. I felt, what's the other word? There's another word I was looking for that I felt I had a lot of really bad feelings and like, what did I do wrong? Why is she treating me like this? It was horrible. But from magic mushrooms, let me catch up on some of these comments here. So sorry, let me just catch up. Let's see, why you have opinions. Yeah, opinions let others. Mushrooms help some of us with our issues in today's environment. So true. And Paulin, they've helped me with this. They helped me through this for sure. Info warrior, politics is polarizing. It shouldn't be, but it is. I'm seeing this now in Canada with the upcoming election. I don't know much about the Canadian election. I don't know. Is Trudeau? I guess Trudeau is still running against somebody. I'm sorry. I'm ignorant with Canadian politics. So sorry. Mushrooms help us feel emotions better, more intensely. Well, here's what okay. Here's what I wanted to ask you. I want to ask your help. So when I saw that she not only was treating me this way, but unfriended me on Facebook, I kind of made my decision. Does anybody disagree with that? Does anybody think I should have said to her, hey, let's talk about this. Tell me what's going on. Or do you think basically I made my decision, paid her for the final month that I owed her, and never to be communicating again? That's my decision. I don't even want to approach her and say, hey, like, what's going on? Because somebody that treats me like this is not worthy of my time anymore. It's just, I'm not going to be bullied. I'm not going to let somebody treat me like that with disrespect for no reason whatsoever and assume that I am a certain way and have hatred towards people. That's just utterly ridiculous. So she lost 2 good clients, me and my wife, leaving the gym because I pay her a lot of money every month. And why would I ever pay somebody money who's going to be humiliating me and bullying me? And why would I ever give anybody a dime? And I give her a lot more. I give her a lot of money every month, and it's for a great service that she deserves, or she deserved, I should say, she deserved past tense. She doesn't deserve another penny of my money. Does anybody disagree? Does anybody think I should have, let me see, let me catch up. Does anybody think I should have had a cordial conversation and say, oh, what's wrong? You must be feeling so bad about why are you against me? I mean, does anybody think I should have done that? Let's catch up here. Um, Other people having problems doesn't mean it doesn't impact others. True. It does impact. I mean, well, she let that happen. She let it impact others, which is sad. But okay, you all know I am a retired dentist. I used to be a dentist. I used to be a practicing dentist, seeing patients. Yes, seeing live patients. Um, could you imagine? Could you imagine if somebody came into my dental practice and I found out or assumed, let's say assumed they voted for an opposite candidate, and I became very cold to them and became a different personality and could you imagine? I mean, that thought is so far from being realistic. I just could not ever imagine that happening. It it's oh, let me see what you're all saying. Her loss, the only way she will learn. Gabby. Hey, by the way, welcome, Gabby. Her loss. However, I have a feeling. Here's my feel. This is really weird. I have a feeling she doesn't care. I have a feeling she doesn't care. Lost another one who's not on my side. Again, assuming, and even if I weren't losing a good client and his wife. I mean, she's got expenses. She has a business. She has to pay expenses. I mean, she just lost. But I have a feeling she might not care. I have a feeling she might say, "Well, fuck them. I don't want them in my. I don't want them anywhere in my. I don't want anywhere. I don't want them. I can't talk. I can't talk. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. Okay, here's what I was going to say. Fuck them. This is her talking. Fuck them. I don't want them anywhere near my gym. She is likely thinking that. Likely thinking that. Very possible. And there's nothing I can do, and I don't care to do anything. Let me catch up here. Sylvia said, Mini dot. No, you voted for the opposite candidate. No numbing for you today. I love that. That's great. I love it. Thank you. You guys are making my day. Sylvia says, purely from your description, she seems like an immature person to change her personality towards a customer just out of the blue. She's definitely got issues, but I don't want to judge. Well, I think so too. And not only that, the worst part is she assumed everything because I never publicized anything ever. So she assumed. So just suppose she was wrong. Just suppose she was, and I'll tell you something else. Suppose she was right. Suppose she was right. Losing a client, like, again, I don't want to be like, I don't have an ego, but I'm a pretty good client. I come in for my appointments. I'm kind. I do my work. I pay on time. I mean, I think I'm an ideal client. Who would want to lose me? I mean, it's not like I'm coming in causing trouble in the gym. I mean, I would understand it. Let's see. Let's catch up. Paul and candidates, people who think any candidate is going to make their life better. That's a whole different topic there. Yeah, I admit it's crazy out there. And maybe I wish we had a choice of other we don't even have to get political because it doesn't matter. It's not my point. My point is somebody who's a business owner, I was a customer, judged me, only assumed, and basically fired me as a client. I mean, look, she could say she didn't fire me, but she was being a total, I'm just saying she was being a total a-hole to me, a total a-hole, a 180-degree turn in personality because she assumed I was not on her side. Mushrooms help make my life better. Yes. InfoWord, when you assume you make an ass out of you and me, that's exactly right. Exactly, exactly. It's funny. It's funny. Eric, I had a dental school instructor like way back. I'm pretty old, so there's a long time ago who actually taught us that little thing. He said, you never assume, because when you assume, you make, and he drew like a line between the word, you make an ass out of you and me. I'll never forget. This guy was like a whack job, but it was funny. It was really funny. Sylvia says it's not a matter of right or wrong. Her behavior inexcusable. She will learn the hard way. Guess what? Guess what? I don't think she'll learn. I don't think she cares. I don't think she cares. She had a post before I blocked her. So yes, so when I found out she unfriended me, I just went ahead and blocked her on Facebook, quit the gym. That's all. That's all I did. I don't wish her any harm. I don't have a mean bone or a hateful bone, or I'm not. There's no revenge. There's nothing like that. I wish her. I wish her well. I really wish. I hope she's successful. I hope she learns. But I don't think she cares. I don't. I really don't think she cares at all that she lost me and my wife as a client. I think she's got issues. Unfortunately, I think she needs to grow up. You're right. She needs to grow up. But she did make a post on Facebook. Well, two posts that were very interesting to me. Very interesting. And I don't really like this. I don't like these types of posts at all. The first one was she asked a question about the election, and then she said something like, "If I still have any friends here who voted for Trump, you need not answer. You need not respond." I thought that was pretty hateful, actually. And then the second one I saw she posted was she basically said she hates the United States now. She doesn't like the United States anymore. So I don't know. It's tough for me to accept that type of person who is so hateful and holds things against others if you're not exactly, or if it's perceived that you're not exactly in alignment with them. It's very sad to me. Um, let's see, Brenna, that's Bad News Bears reference. Oh, which one is a Bad News Bears reference? I didn't catch it. Sorry. Oh, when you assume, is that the reference to Bad News Bears? I don't know. She'll blame you for the repercussions of, yeah. Oh, there's no question. At this point, she'll blame me for everything. She'll blame me for anything that happens in this country now. She'll probably blame me. I think, if I can, tell me what you think about this. If I can somehow, I don't want to assume either, but if there's any, again, I don't talk politics online at all, but the night of the election, when it wasn't over, but it was very clear that Trump was winning. It was very clear. And also, I was watching the. I love Bitcoin. I'm really into Bitcoin. I've been like into Bitcoin since like 2017. It's just kind of like a fun hobby. I posted on Facebook. I did put a post like, Bitcoin reaches an all-time high. Now, look, I didn't mean it this way, but somebody could say, "Oh, it looks like Trump is winning the election. So David thinks that because Trump is winning the election, Bitcoin is reaching an all-time high." I mean, somebody could assume that. There's nothing else to go on. That, I mean, again, I don't post anything political, so I don't know why she would assume this, but she had her reasons, I guess. Let's see. Give her some mushrooms. She wouldn't take them. I think she's unfortunately she wouldn't take them. Um, Keep your chin up. It's no fault of yours, and you can't please everyone regardless. I found that out, BC. My chin's up. I'm holding my head high. I'm proud. And thank you for that, because again, I learned something. So I was microdosing some mushrooms about 2 weeks ago. I was going to, I don't think I talked, I'm not sure if I talked about this on a broadcast or not, or on a podcast episode, but I was microdosing some mushrooms, and I went to a live music performance. And you all know, like, a lot of times I like to get there early and just kind of catch the aura and just go deep. So something came to me during this musical event. It just came to me very deeply, and it basically, four words came into my brain, and the four words were, "You are in control." It came out of nowhere, but I swear to you, it very strongly came to my mind. You are in control. So after this craziness with her totally just dissing me and becoming a different person and disrespecting and all of that, again, I was very hurt. I was betrayed. I felt betrayed. I didn't know what to do. But then I remembered that night at the music show. I remembered that night what the mushrooms taught me, the words that came into my mind, you are in control. And at that very moment, I basically said to myself, that's the answer. That's the answer. Why am I letting her control me? Why am I letting her thoughts about me bother me? I'm the one in control. I'm the customer. I'm the client. Why am I letting somebody that I'm paying money to control me? Those words were really powerful. And you might want to think about that in your own life too. You are in control. I'm not saying to be unkind to anybody, but if somebody is bullying you, you don't have to take it. Walk away. Leave the situation. Don't wish them any harm. Leave the situation. And that's exactly what I'm doing. Blocked her, paid her the last bill. I'll never be heard from again. Whether she cares or not, it doesn't matter to me. That's the way it is. It doesn't matter. That's the story. Let's see. Sylvia, LOL, she's pathetic. I mean, I don't want to call her pathetic. Again, I want to take the high road. I want to take the high road. As a matter of fact, what I had to do just yesterday. So there's a yoga instructor that comes into the gym, and she has like her own little yoga class in the gym, in this woman's gym. But it's a yoga instructor. She's like an independent contractor. And my wife and I have been taking her yoga classes for a few months. She's great. We love her. And I had to message her yesterday and tell her that I'm really sorry. My wife and I are quitting the gym. We're not going to be able to come to your yoga classes. However, we'd love if you're teaching anywhere else in the community, in another gym, or we can do a private class or something. We love you, and we still want to continue yoga classes with you. And I said to her, I said, I want to take the high road. I want to be professional. I don't want to say anything bad. However, I just told her that that my trainer and the gym owner became a totally different person to me after the election, and she assumed things. Let's say she assumed things, and I can't deal with people like that. And my yoga teacher friend said, I totally understand and agree with you, and we'll do yoga somewhere else. And she said, and it's funny, she said, as a matter of fact, it's for a different reason, but I'm leaving the gym as well. I'm not going to be teaching yoga here anymore as well. So again, but I want to take the high road. I want to be professional, and I don't want to say somebody like, I don't want to say like, oh, she's an asshole. I won't say that, because everybody's dealing with their own problems and situations and lives. And I don't know what she's got going on. I don't. Maybe her life is very difficult. I don't know what her childhood was like. I have no idea. And you can only use those excuses for that. Doesn't give you an excuse to be unkind to people. I know that. But there are things about her I probably don't know. So I don't want to wish her any harm. I will not badmouth her, and I'm not going to write a bad review. I'm not going to do that. I'm just going to go away quietly and let her do her thing. And if she cares that we left, if she doesn't care, it doesn't matter, because I'm moving on. I'm going to move on. Mini Dot, I don't think it's ever bad to leave environments that feel divisive. We are all here together, and to treat someone as an other have a different thought, opinion, look, anything's unacceptable. Totally agree. What she did to me, and I don't even know if she did to anybody else in the gym at all. I don't even know, but what she did to me, in my book, unacceptable. 100% unacceptable. You also seem like a sensitive, kind man, so these things affect people like us. Yeah, BC. Again, I don't have like an ego, and I don't like to say like I'm the kindest person on the planet. But you know me. You've seen me on live broadcasts. You've seen me on my podcast. I am again. I'm not acting like right now on this live stream. I'm not acting. If you sat down, let's have some iced tea together. If you sat down with me for dinner, iced tea, coffee, a drink, well, I don't really drink. I don't like to drink alcohol. Very, very, very little, if any, very little. I'm the exact same person. You'd be talking to me, the exact same person. I'm not putting on any kind of act for this show at all. This is me 100%. And those of you that do know me personally or have talked to me online or we met in real life, you know that that's true. I'm the same person. I'm not acting here. There's no reason. Why would I ever want to put on an act and be somebody and have to fake it every time I turn on the record button or the go live? Why would I ever? That's just crazy. So, um, it can be hurtful to. Let's see. So, but yes. But anyway, getting back to BC, I am sensitive. I am kind, and I'm sure on some level I do care what people think. I'd be lying if I said I don't care what anybody thinks of me. That'd be a lie. I do care to a point, only to a point. Somebody abuses me, somebody bullies me, somebody treats me with total disrespect. I'm out of there, and I don't care what they think of me at that point. I don't care really. It can be hurtful to be misjudged. Absolutely, info, Eric. It is hurtful. It is hurtful because even if let's just say she was right. Let's say she was right and I didn't vote for her candidate. Her candidate, like she owns the candidate. Let's say she's right. I don't think anybody could call me unkind. I don't think anybody could say I hate certain groups. It's not true. It's absolutely not true. And I will tell you something else interesting. I'm sure I've lost viewers here who assume that I didn't vote for their candidate. I'm quite sure. I had somebody that emailed me, somebody that was like a really big fan. Like every time I did a video, he would make comments and he would email me personally and tell me it was a great video. But he came out and said to me, "Who did you vote for?" And I wouldn't say. I say, "I don't discuss that." And ever since then, haven't heard a word from him. Haven't heard a word. I can't. I can't worry. I do the best I can, but I can't worry about that because people like that they're unreasonable. You can never please them, and why would I want to? If somebody's that puts so much stake in that. Why would I even try to please somebody like that? I've got too many people like you guys that are here now. Your energy is so positive, and I can tell there's love coming out of here. I can feel it. Trust me. I'm pretty sensitive. Whoever said I'm sensitive guy, who was that? That was yeah, BC. I am sensitive, and I can feel the love, and I can feel it and I can feel that when there's no love. I can feel that too. But when this guy emailed me, I know what he said. He said, my brother thinks you're a Trumper. Tell me that's not true, Dave. Tell me that's not true. And I said, well, I don't discuss that at all. No, I'm not going to say anything. And that was the last I heard from him. I think I told him that I felt I was being bullied, and that was the last I heard. People can be really, really unreasonable, and I will say crazy. BC, thank you so much. I don't know how cool I am. Thank you. Thank you, Sylvia. Um, Pauline, I don't mention religion. I don't mention religion. I mean, I could tell. I mean, I could tell you. I don't even need to tell you it doesn't matter what religion I am. Some of you may know. Some it does. It doesn't matter. If I mention what religion I am, I'd probably get a lot of hatred there. So that's why I stay away from it. I probably talked about it in the past. I'm sure I have. I'm sure I have. Actually, I'm one of the most hated people now about religion because okay, I will tell you. I'll tell you. I am Jewish. I grew up Jewish. Um I don't really practice. I consider myself Jewish, but I don't go to synagogue. I don't really pray to God or to Jewish God or go to synagogue or I don't but I do consider myself Jewish, but I'm an older white Jewish male. I would argue one of the most hated people on the planet right now. I mean, I'm smiling, but it's not funny. I'm hated for that. And I've never done anything wrong to anybody, but I would be hated if people, because there's a lot of anti-Semitism out there. So, this woman, this the gym owner in the LGBTQIA plus whatever you call, she feels that maybe it should all be about her because, of course, they're a hated group. Also, many people do hate that community, which is sad, very sad. I've got a lot of friends in that community, and and again, I don't judge people by their gender, by their sexual orientation, by their religion. I don't judge people by that. I judge them if they're good people. But I think she thinks it's all about her and all about her community, the LGBT, but she doesn't care that maybe I feel certain ways about things because I'm also in a community of people that are greatly hated all across the world now. Great. I mean, there are probably a lot of people that would probably want to kill me because of my religion. And again, I'm not even religious. I mean, I do consider myself Jewish. I am Jewish. Somebody says, "Are you Jewish?" Yes, I'm Jewish. But and I'm proud of it. I grew up that way. But I don't know. I don't even know what to say anymore. I don't know what to say. Um, okay, wait a minute. Let me catch up on a few things here. Um, you never heard me mention religion. Well, I just did. I just did. Be true to yourself. Yes, true. Microdosing, doctor, got to be a dem. LOL. That's true. I mean, that somebody thinks that just because I microdose, I have to fit into a certain mold. Straight, don't forget that. Straight, don't forget that. Maybe I don't understand that one. If you were a gay Jew, all would be. Oh my god. My best friend and some of my family voted for the other. Still love them, and they, me, of course. Um, TML consider the nuts, and they. I don't. I'm like so. Oh man, my brain is like all over because I've said things that I didn't even think I would say on this broadcast. Like I revealed about my gym, which I wasn't planning to at all. Then I talked about my religion, which that probably lost me a bunch of followers. At some point, I'm going to probably have like one follower. It's funny when I started the show, I said, if I do this show and I help one person, if I help one person on this planet, one person, then I feel great. And I know I've helped a lot more than one. I'm positive of that. But from the things I've said today, I don't know. I might lose people. I don't. There are people that have a lot of hatred out there. So, but there's you have to be true. At some point, you have to be true to yourself. You can't go through life hiding everything to please everybody because that doesn't work either. So I'm killing myself here. Religion or politics should have no bearing on the good things the good things that are happening in this community. Those that want to impose it are not being true to the process of healing. Bill D. Hallelujah. Thank you for that. I really appreciate that. This is talk therapy. I took more than 1.2 today. And I'm absolutely 100% going to be microdosing this evening. 100%. And where I am, it's only 4:47 p.m. So I'm not sure where you are, what time it is. Many of you are East Coasters. I know many are. But I've got time on my side because it's only 4:48 now. So I haven't even had dinner yet. So it's all good. I will say this, and I won't keep you too much longer, but you guys have been great. I really appreciate this. And I will tell you this, when I say at the end of every podcast episode, I'm Dr. Dave, this is Microdose U, and I love you. I've got to tell you, it might sound cliche or weird to some people, but I swear to you, it comes from my heart because I feel you all on the other side of this. And I know some of you might be watching or listening just out of curiosity, that's all. But many of you are watching or listening because you're going through the same thing that I have been through. You're not sorry, you're not feeling as good as you should feel every day. You might have some anxiety, some depression, some PTSD, or whatever it might be. You're going through something and you want some help, you want some camaraderie, you want some other people that are ambassadors to you and on your side. Well, guess what? We've got it right here. Look at the list of people that are here and look at the comments, such positivity. So if any of you, and this goes for people, there will be a lot of people watching this after the fact, the replay, I guarantee it, there will be a lot. Remember, we are nakama. Remember what that is. It's a Japanese word that means we're a community, we're a tribe, we're colleagues. It's kind of got that meaning of we're all together and with the same interests. Um, and that's another thing. The guy that asked me who I voted for, he told me that I say nakama way too much and I need to stop. I mean, guys, if you only knew some of the messages I get, like outside of the show, if you knew some of the emails and some of the messages I get from people, it's I will say most of them are really good and most of them are loving and most of them are positive. But I get some craziness. But I guess that goes with the it's part of it's part of the whole thing that just goes with the territory. I guess when you do this and put yourself out in the public, you're going to get wackos that just have hatred towards you. I guess I don't know. I don't know what it is. Um, Gabby, and I appreciate you being here too. Trust me, I really appreciate you being here. Great energy. Um, Let's see. BC says politics and religious conversations are a touchy subject these days, even with family members. I've stayed away from all live TV politics for 20 years. Yeah, look, I was talking to my brother on the phone this morning, and I will tell you, we're of opposite political views. Like I voted for one, he voted for the other side, and I get, but we love each other. We don't care. I mean, of course, he probably thinks I'm crazy, and I probably think he's crazy. No, we don't. Um, but we don't we still have love towards each other, and it does not get in the way of anything whatsoever. Whatsoever. Um, if you didn't have bad days, you wouldn't appreciate the good days. I love that, BC. Love that. Um, Bill D, West Coast here, macrodose and movies tonight. You're doing a macro. How much are you doing, Bill? How many grams are you doing tonight? Sylvia says you helped me, got me started on research. And Sylvia, I'm so glad. And Sylvia, thank you so much for your energy over a good amount of time you've been with us. I know that. Thank you. I really appreciate your energy and you being here. It's really great to see names that are familiar, people that are kind of standing with you behind this cause. You're doing good, Bill. Let us all know how it goes. Okay. Let us definitely let us know. Becky, Becky's just confirming. Bill's doing 2 grams, and they let us all exactly let us know. I mean, 2 grand. Let's face it. I think that's a good dose. It's not a tremendous. It's not heroic, but why do we need to be heroes anyway? I mean, I think 2 grams is a wonderful dose. It's a really nice dose. You can still function. It's just great. Um, Jeffrey, magic mushrooms have totally opened my eyes to different perspectives and true empathy, and we all connected to each other and the creator. Jeffrey, I absolutely love that. Thank you so much for sharing that. And I spoke about a little bit about my religion and God, and I don't go to synagogue. However, that does not mean I'm not spiritual. I'm more spiritual these days than ever. I just don't do it the way that I was taught when I was growing up. I don't do it that way, but it doesn't matter. You got to do what we feel is best for us. Let's see. Paul, I did 3 grams this morning, and it didn't feel any different than. Oh, that's very interesting, Paul, and very interesting. Didn't feel any different than one. So it's almost 3 times, like 2.5 times as much. Wow, interesting. Cool. Got me up and washing dishes again. Nice. I'm a wimp with anything over 1 gram. Well, again, there's no right or wrong. That's why I'm a big fan of microdosing. There's no right or wrong, and do what you're comfortable with. Do your stay at your comfort level, or if you ever want to go beyond your comfort level, that's fine. But there's no right or wrong. Don't let anybody. That's another thing. When I first started my channel here, there was a guy we had, and he was a big part of the channel here. But he would say, like if you don't macrodose, like you don't know what you're doing. You're not doing it right. And it was such craziness. Do what works for you and what you're comfortable with. No, don't let anybody tell you you're right or wrong. Don't let anybody tell you that. Now look, if somebody says to me, I'm doing 50 milligrams and I don't feel anything and it's not really working, I'll say, well, I think you should do more. But I'm not going to say, well, what are you doing? No. Do I ever point fingers? Do I point fingers at anybody? No. Got brain fog with over 1 gram golden. Okay, well, Sylvia, stick to what works for you for sure, no question. Really bad trip at 19 years old. So the fear. Okay, BC, well, I can totally understand. But although these days, remember, there's really nothing. There's no such thing as a bad trip because I think we can always learn, even from uncomfortable trips. We can always learn something. Other psych meds can block or obfuscate. Yes, to an extent. To an extent. When I first started microdosing, I was on SSRIs. I was on Lexapro, and the microdosing still worked really, really well. Then I finally weaned myself off of Lexapro. Um, I remember who you're talking about. You need to take 8 grams. Again, I don't want, since we're not mentioning names, this person was very irresponsible and also had no credentials. He acted like he was like the most credentialized person, but he had no credentials basically. And again, I had to separate myself from him and the channel because he wasn't really helping the channel at all. It was a really dangerous, actually turned out to be a dangerous thing. I thought he might have been dangerous as well. Eric, thank you. Point half a gram is it's a great dose, no question about it. It is. Haven't been happy lately. Job is irritating, and honestly, just feel I'm here with no purpose, struggling financially. And oh, Lex, I am so sorry to hear that. I hope we can help you in some way because you shouldn't be. It's unacceptable. You shouldn't be feeling like that. And let me tell you this: you can feel better. I absolutely promise you, you can feel better. It's beyond the scope of today's live stream to help you personally. However, I would suggest stay with us. You can tell, you can really tell we've got a great community here. So stay with us, number one. And number two, listen to a lot of past episodes. They're all free. Check out what I have to say and how I help people. And if you think you need more, there are other ways to go to my website or microdoseu.com. So there's we can do some one-on-one stuff. But again, you may not need it, or but the bottom line is it's unacceptable to feel that way. I don't want you to feel that way because you're important. You're important in this world, and you're important to us. So you've got friends here, trust me. So I hope we can help you feel better. Um, let's see. Okay, well, I'll tell you what, guys. It's been close to an hour. Again, Lex, make sure I want you to feel better. Again, thanks for the heart, guy. Anybody that's here, if you want to give some hearts just to share on the screen, that's great. So thanks for that. Lex, I want you to feel better. So reach out if you can offline or something if you need to. That's totally fine. Um, Everybody that's been here, your energy has been absolutely phenomenal. I didn't know when I started this live stream, I didn't know if anybody would be here, how many people would be here. You're all here, and also many people will be watching this after the fact. So again, I think we've accomplished a lot because you have helped me with my issue. You've given me a lot of support, which I appreciate. Sometimes I'm the student. I admit. Sometimes I've been the teacher for like close to 4 years on this podcast now with my microdosing journey. I've been the teacher, the mentor, but sometimes the teacher needs to become the student as well and the patient. So I thank you for helping me, through some issues that I've had. So thank you very much. Um, Enjoy your weekend too. Um, I haven't been happy lately. It's irritating. Honestly, just feel like I'm here. Oh, so yeah, I already read that. Sorry. Brenna, you're a latecomer unless you've been lurking the whole time. But Brenna, if you just came on, Brenna, if so, make sure you watch this from the start. Otherwise, Brenna, thanks for being here. And Brenna, thanks for being part of our Patreon community. Patreon. We have a bunch of people over on Patreon, and we do discuss a lot there. I'm trying to make it even better and better every time. But we've discussed some things there that sometimes we just can't discuss on my show or on a live stream. So read between the lines there if you like. It's a really cool community there as well. I invite anybody to go over there on Patreon and hang with us as well there. Okay, guys, I do love you. Mini Dot, much love to you and to everybody that's here, either live or watching it on the replay. I do love you all, and thank you from my heart. Thank you so much for your support. You got me through this. I really appreciate you guys, and I'll try to do another live stream really soon. Does it help? Okay, I'll ask you one more thing real quick. Does it help if I schedule them and you know when they're going to be, or is random okay? Sometimes it's tough to schedule, but I have a feeling scheduling them is better. I have a feeling. So I'll probably do that. I'll probably come on and do some randoms if I'm just in a good mood to do it. But okay, cool. I will try my best to also schedule some as well. So look out for them. Love you all. Thank you. I really, really appreciate this. I truly do. Thank you so much, everybody. Talk to you really, really soon.